I was gonna ask you about a couple of your students or whatnot that had maybe had graduated and had jobs or was going to school at the time and was doing jobs on the side. I know you got a couple of those good stories. You want to tell some?
There was one that I always told students, look, you're still an apprentice. Go to work for somebody, make all your mistakes on that company's dime, learn how the industry works, then go on your own. Mm-hmm. I need the money now. I need the money now. We all need the money now, but it's going to bankrupt you to make mistakes on your dime. Mm-hmm. Go learn and make mistakes on the company dime. Learn what you're doing. Go on your own. Like the one student, he couldn't understand how to bid. He could not understand how to bid to make money, and he was telling me like he got called to do furnace and AC install on a house. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, well, you know, I went ahead and took the job where they're going to pay me $2,800. I'm like, okay, well, what's the equipment going to cost you? $2,800.
Oh, jeez, that's the first mistake right there.
Are they going to pay for you to eat? They ain't going to pay for me to eat, yeah, because you're paying for them to have heating and cooling. They pay for the equipment. Mm-hmm. When he paid me to come out in my torch,
I'm about to say they had to come out there.
His classmate, he paid for the whole day, was a loss. Everything was a loss, and he's like, but I told him I want $3,200, and they said, no, we're not going to pay $3,200. Nope, that's out the question. We got a guy ready to go right now for $2,200 a month. What are you going to do to beat that price?
Oh man!
And
they got him like that.
They got him. I just. Oh, come on, dude. They got you. They got you. What do you mean? They said they had a guy who would do it for $2,200, and my cost for the equipment was $2,800. I mean, I couldn't get any lower. What am I supposed to do at that point? Say, call that guy up. I can't go any lower. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you don't want to lose money trying to make money.
A builder tried to do that with the company I worked for. Like, hey, we got to get your costs down. You know, we need to start, you know, we need to go down here. You know, we got another company ready to fill your shoes, ready to go. And the boss said, well, we had a good 10-year run working with you, so I guess we're done then. And see, because when they threaten like that, they hope you're going to be worried about it. And that builder went, well, hold on here. You know, let's not ruin this relationship. Let's see if we can figure it out. And that's what I told that student. He's like, that's the classic where they're going to tell you they got somebody doing it for so cheap that it's ridiculously cheap that you just need to tell them, call them up. No, I can't beat it, and I don't know anybody else who can.
Yeah, and that's true.
And the student looked at me, he's like, well, how do you know that they were trying to just beat me up on the price like that? I said, if $2,800 would be a common price just for the cheapest somebody could go, and you got somebody going $600 below that, they wouldn't even be on the phone with you.
Exactly.
Period.
Off the truck.
Mm-hmm. You got to be able to make some money somehow, some way. You don't want to get jug out of your money like that. And it's like,
and we had a student who did that. I mean, he even said, he's like, man, I got lucky. I just happened to be at the right place, right time. I got in with these foreign investors, and you know, the American property owners for the rental property, they know how much a furnace costs, and they want to try to go $400 above that. And then nothing ever works, nothing gets done right. Those foreign investors, they don't care. They knew that, look, you gotta spend money if you want quality. Mm-hmm. Look, I fixed this. I proved myself to you. He makes real good money. Mm-hmm. In fact, I think last I knew of, his kids were helping him. Honey, you come here. You're gonna learn sheet metal so we can do this. Cause forget your job. Mm-hmm. If you do this, we're gonna make even more money type deal. And he's making real good 6-figure money type of deal.
Oh, that's what's up.
I mean, he's doing real good type of thing just with those foreign investors and rental property and other stuff he picks up. So there's, you know, you got
your pros and cons.
Mm-hmm. I remember somebody who's been around and understand like, nope, this is how you're gonna be because I want to get paid versus somebody that's skyrocketed himself into bankruptcy with his business. Because he called me up one day and, man, that job I was at, okay, well, they said the water heater's not working. I said, okay, well, did you touch the water heater? Did you do anything to that water heater?
You turned the gas off.
Nope, I didn't touch it.
He turned the gas off.
It's not your liability. Well, the guy who was helping me did, though. Nope. Your helper did it. Yep, you are now liable.
You're now liable.
But that's not right.
Yeah.
You were there with the helper. Your helper touched it, and they had no hot water because I don't know how the guy. It was electric water heater. Don't know how that student got the wires disconnected, pulled out of that electric water heater with it hot. The full 220 volts on that thing. He somehow got all that wire out without popping a breaker or getting shocked. And that poor student, he's sitting there. He's like, "What? They want me to fix it?" Well,
you gonna have
your helper touched it, but it wasn't me. He was working under you. End of story.
Still your problem.
Yep. It is your problem, 100%. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he was talking to me on the phone, and pow! Man, you okay? Answer me, dude. Hold on, I gotta go. I'm like, okay, at least he answered because you heard that electrical explosion type of deal. And he called back. He's like, man, the power was still on to the water heater because he disconnected the wire. What am I gonna do? Wire it up. There ain't no electricity to the house now. Get your meter to start testing. I don't know what to do.
They probably blew out the main power and everything.
I think it came down to he tripped the main at the transformer in the pole type of thing. He tripped the breaker in that type of situation.
Yeah, you can't mess around with 220.
Because then they had to call KCP&L out on that one. It's like, dude, you just need to admit defeat. I gotta get the money coming in. What money? You're already at $0 with the equipment. You said you paid your helper $350. You paid me $100 for my torch. You're in the whole $450,
already.
And then you're in the whole $150 for the line set. What money?
Have you heard from him now these days? Is he still doing it?
Nope, haven't heard from him on that one. Nope, haven't heard from him on that one.
It will make it so bad. I got a similar story. A customer calls me up wanting service or whatnot. I go out there, I get him a bid, and the guy that was there, he was renting the house, but I knew the owner. The owner called me out there to go out there and bid on it, so I guess it was too much for him. I'm like, okay, it was already super cheap. I don't understand how this is too much. So they ended up getting it done even cheaper than what I did, and I'm like, how are you gonna be able to do it cheaper? Because the way I was gonna do it, I'm barely getting any money, so they end up getting it done cheaper than what I offered. Then they end up calling me back to fix it because the contractor came out there, put everything in there. It didn't work. The line sets was kinked. He didn't wire up nothing right. And then when they called me back out there, I kind of got upset. I'm like, you know what? I won't be able to work on this. You're going to have to call that man that you chose over me. For real, yeah, I'm sensitive a little bit because, I gave him a good deal. A good deal is a real good deal. You gotta pay for your furnace, you gotta pay for your AC, you gotta pay for your evaporator core, you gotta pay for your line set. She wanted a new thermostat. I was gonna run a new thermostat wire. Your product costs money, and then you gotta pay me for labor. And you telling me I'm telling you this price and you can get it cheaper? How? How is it possible to get it cheaper? She got it cheaper, and when I got over there, and I knew why, and I'm like, okay, I'm not fixing this. You call that man back out. He totally jacked up everything. I'm like, okay.
There was one where Glenn told me a story. One of the instructors I worked with at Vatterott, how the homeowner came to Vatterott going, look, I need some help. I had a couple of your students come in, install a furnace in my house. I got water leaking into my bathroom. They took my money. I don't know. These are the students who did it, and they're like, we can't do anything. That's between you and them, and they don't go to school here anymore. The lady wanted a high efficient furnace installed in her house. Okay, we can do it, no problem. So they put it in the attic, but they didn't vent it, they didn't drain it, they didn't do anything correctly. So when the furnace ran, it just all that condensate water.
It just drained everywhere.
Well, the lady thought it was weird because all her bathroom towels disappeared after that install.
They put it up there to suck up the water.